Hey guys, Corey from Aquarium Co-op. Today we're doing a fish room update, going through the whole thing, showing you the differences. You know, not as much as I want to get done since the last update, but I feel like still a lot of cool things. A lot of things are changing, so I'll start with some of the bigger things. Let's take a look here. The baby turtles have started hatching. If you haven't been watching this whole saga, we did a live stream on it. We, been watching it happen, but here's one of the babies right here. Just chilling. We've got another one hanging out in the weeds back here, so that's number 2. And number 3, this guy is being, I don't know, I can't tell if it's smart or not smart, but if I zoom in, he's been trying to get on top, or at least he rests on top of the Salvinia, and then he goes and chases the Daphnia I have in here. So, but yeah, I've got live food going on. Just kind of made a nice little sanctuary. They can chow on these plants. That's some of the first foods. We put a little bit of food in there. But yeah, baby turtles going on. What's not to like? Yeah, there's some algae. This is actually a cyanobacteria here, but just kind of using it as a nursery at this point, which is cool. Over in this tank, still lots of life with the purple haze guppies. If I bring this forward here, you can kind of see these guys still cranking them out. That's always good. I moved some moss. We're starting to get a few more babies in here on these guys. They're the platinum half moon mosaics. The shrimp are starting to reproduce a little more, and I still am testing. I don't know if I like this blue background or not, but it is what it is, to see how it goes. And yeah, so let's take a look. What else do we have that's new? I found, so this tank, you saw me kind of update it. Well, it was kind of a disaster. I lost basically all the shrimp and some of the teacup platies because there's one baby assassin yellow lab in here somewhere. You can see there's still some teacup platies hiding around in here, but I gotta catch it out, and there it is. That thing is just a killer. I gotta catch him out, but he's darting into the plants, so I gotta get on that. That's no good. No good at all. Up here, we've got the Cyprichromis I moved into this tank because I made room for a different fish. You can see this Madagascar lace that's got algae on it. Bloomed really nice, so that's what that is. The stamon, as they call it. And it was up above water, but it went back down. This is a little pod that opened up, actually. And still need to get on top of this tank. Got a buried up Amano shrimp. Won't hatch in fresh water, but it is what it is. And I actually think I'm going to deworm this tank some more. I feel like these Variatus platies aren't thriving, and I want to put them outside, but they're not thriving as much as I want. You can see this, like this one back here, it's got a humpback and it's sucked in belly. It's doing okay otherwise. It eats, it does its thing, but I'm not 100% sure. So I'm going to probably deworm it, I think, with something a little more invasive like flubendazole, which will kill my snails. But something like this guy here looks really good. You can see if he comes out, his dorsal fin is so high it flops over. But so like, that's what I don't get. Like, he's nice and robust and healthy, but a few of the others aren't. So, I want to really get that cleaned up before I put him outside. Yeah, you can just see that that dorsal, huge dorsal. And the females aren't looking so bad either. So I'm excited to play with those outside. Still got my trout goodyids going on in here. A live bear, a little bit of rare live bear. Not too many fry lately, but they can be a little bit seasonal. So I've just been letting them do their thing. Still have mostly neon tetra grow out down here. Still got a lot of them. Plants are doing okay. Algae's receding a little bit. And lots of shrimp. You can see like it's an epicenter of shrimp in there. I have a feeling if they come out they get stocked a little bit, but there's shrimp still out there. And I'm really liking actually the tropical formula bug bites. I think I'm sold out on the website at this point, but by the time you guys watch this, it'll probably be back in stock. But the granule size is really nice. I really like what it is and what it's made out of. It's got black, well, if I can, there we go, black soldier fly larva. And it just feeds out really nice, and the fish usually just go nuts for it. And so that's always my first metric, is how do the fish treat it. And they've been treating it pretty darn well. And I haven't been using it long enough to evaluate like what's the growth like and that type of stuff, but they really do go nuts for it, which is nice. And But yeah, between this one and the Pleco formula, I like both quite a bit. So what else we got going on? We've got lots more babies, or fry if you will, on the Head-Randed Formosa tank. And that's what all these little guys are. This is the smallest live bear in the world. You can see they're really small. Like I have to zoom in and you can see his gonopodium. He's just a tiny little guy. And the females don't even get that big. But while I'm thinking about it, let me drop some food into these guys. And yeah, I've got algae. I want to put some shrimp in here or something, I think. And you know, I just haven't decided what I want to do, but mostly I've been focusing on, let's just make some more fish. And then I'll figure out what I want to do in here. So put some food in. See if we can't watch them eat here. There we go, now they're starting to chow it down. But yeah, they like it too. And then if I kind of go one step over here, these are the Japanese blue guppies. And I need to pull my light forward, it's kind of dark. There we go. Japanese blue guppies with orange shrimp. They're kind of doing their thing. I don't know if I'm in love with them. I'm very close to just mixing them into my mixed guppy tank, so we'll see how that goes. That's kind of, we'll see. Over here I've got the not Japanese, but the red grass, which are actually bluegrass guppies. And then I've still got these guys. I really need to separate these guys out. And maybe I'll do that today. That would be a miracle if I actually did it. But I could breed those corridors if I separate them out. And I probably just need to take all those to the store there, those guppies. But you can see here there's some hungry tiger barbs over here. Let me grab some food. And at this point you probably have seen this tank, but this is a tank that AquaPros basically did for me. I filmed him, and you know, I had a little bit of input on what I like, but big group of tiger barbs, which I've really fallen in love with the tiger barbs, honestly. They're just such tight schoolers, at least right now. And they're real, feeding frenzy fish. I'm really just enjoying them. And so, they might have to go with my clown loaches. But yeah, nice and active. That's always super cool. So I had the Dovi in here, but then we decided to do that with that tank. So the Dovi I moved to this, basically this algae-ridden tank here. And where is he hiding now? He's probably in one of his hidey holes at this point. See if I can reach my arm in there and figure out where he went. I guess I can remove some of this algae while I'm at it. Let's see if I can find him. There he is. He's right here. When I say him, it could be a her. I don't know yet. But got him up in a little bit more of the view space, which that's kind of what I've been trying to do. And I need to either fall in love with it and give it a bigger tank, or not fall in love with it and get rid of it. But this algae, look at this algae. Get off there. Just keep removing. So already a little bit better, but now it looks like a mess in there. Over here, still got the orange rice fish on kind of maintenance mode, which I'm hoping they can go out in about a month. That's going to be super cool. I've had some baby goldfish in here just doing work on duckweed. You can see there's still some up above the water line, but otherwise they've cleared this tank up quite a bit. And over here I moved the albino pair of crebensis we had into the Avatar tank, and so they've been digging pits, so I'm hoping they're going to breed soon. The pit they've dug, making noise here. The pit they dug was way over here, and they kind of caved out or carved out all the way to the glass down there, and so I'm hoping they'll come back over here and spawn. But what else is going on in the fish room, you ask? Much closer on the plumbing. A lot of work got done, basically a whole day worth of labor. And so what had to happen is this only goes down to 98 degrees, okay? And then we shoot down a temperature controller. This makes it so it comes out at 78 degrees. So we've got hot water coming in, and we've got cold water coming in, and we have tempered water coming out. And that is supplied to this, but then it also bounces all the way up to the ceiling and goes all the way to the sink way over there. And then it pops down, and I haven't set it up yet. I'm working on it. I've been laying out some things. Here's my solenoid valves for the auto water change. We're gonna have water come in, and then obviously a digital controller to control these three and let the water go out. I actually went to buy parts today to do this project, and that didn't happen. So yeah, that's made me want to make a business episode about that, because the best thing you can do to make your customers angry is not carry what you think they should carry. And I was looking for a very common item, and they didn't have it, and they didn't have two different items I was looking for, so that was just no bueno. I had to leave, and I actually just I put everything back, and I'm not buying anything. If you can't carry what I need, I'm gonna find somewhere that will. So yeah. But over here we've got the Red Delta tank, Red Delta Guppies, and then we've also got the leopard frog plecos. Now, I don't see any right now, but sometimes there's one living in that little hole right there. But I'll swivel around here and find some. I need to get in there with a gravel vac. They've been chewing on this wood pretty good. So even though they're a meat eater, they've been kind of going to town on wood. And you can see one right there, or yeah, right there. I know, oh, there's one on the back side of this potted Nubius. There's one right there as well. These are not outgoing fish by any means, but the tannins I think are helping come out a little bit more. Here's another one right here. And they've been eating well, doing pretty well. I can't complain. So I've just been letting them do their thing. Still growing these Volifera mollies. Down here, I'm going to grab my chair. I would not be surprised if we don't start seeing something in here hold soon. These guys, the Pseudotropheus solosi, which are the yellow and then the blue and black striped guys, they're definitely old enough to be breeding. This is a subdominant male, by the way, if you didn't know. That's a male that if he colors up more, the other male's really going to go after him, so he can't color up that much. And then these guys that are losing their spots are Tropheus dubosi. They're going to look like that dominant male there. And I don't see anyone holding anything yet, so they're still a little bit young, I would say. This is the sink we're going to install, the stainless steel sink. Haven't quite got to that point yet, but I did get all the legs removed. And if I don't move too much, I'm trying. You guys rarely ever get to see these guys. So there's the orange lasers, like right there, but there's a bunch, and I don't know why they haven't run yet. Normally they run, but there's a bunch of them right here. And so yeah, just super like these guys, and yeah. As they get bigger, they kind of lose that orange stripe, by the way. So my biggest females in here don't really have that orange laser anymore. But these guys are super cool. I just enjoy them, but if I turn around too much, they'll probably just move. So we can kind of move on and film something else. So I'll just move here and go. Oh, they're staying. I don't know why they're staying. That's awesome though. I'm excited. So over here we have got the best guppies in the world, so to speak. These are what are they called? They're called Red Dragon Mosaic Elephant Ears, and we've got babies obviously, which is super cool, and they're just kind of doing their thing. I've got algae, I'm not really knocking that down or anything, and just letting them hopefully just keep breeding up. That's what I want. They're picking at mom there, so, which yes, this is mom, that's mom, but they look ridiculously good. I'm in love with them. Down here, still have goldfish. This is the 135 gallon tank, just doing its goldfishy thing. And I haven't planted it or anything, which I don't even know what I'm going to do long term. That's part of the problem. It's just down here. It's holding, my veil-tail ryukin. There's some other goldfish and some of the other tote. But mostly figuring out what I need to do with that tank. Let's see. Let me move off this chair and we'll shoot some more. Down here I've got the turtle parents. That's what all these guys are. These are the mini musk turtles. This is the setup I did. Well, we've had for them going quite a while here. They keep getting up here and laying eggs, which is cool. That's where we're getting the babies from. Ideally long term. We're going to make this into a much bigger setup, which is going to be awesome. But in the short term, it's working. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Up top here, we've got the clown loach horde, which I'm really enjoying these guys quite a bit. And let me show you. My favorite way to feed clown loaches, by the way, is to feed them floating food because they kind of eat like koi. Let me go grab the right food and I'll show you guys that. So I like to feed them my omnivore pellet mix. I just find that they do well on it and enjoy it. It's got a lot of brine shrimp, and you know, it's got to be good quality food to get the fish to come up to the top and eat it. So, you know, I'm just going to feed like a handful, and I'll just put it right on top here. But this is my favorite way. This is why I'm going to put in a giant tank of clown loaches, because they're like koi. And a lot of people say like, I can't get my clown loaches to do this, or I can't. You just got to make them do it. You just got to put the food up there, make it good quality, make it a decent pellet, and even babies do it, you know. So I get it when people say my fish won't eat off the bottom. Well, most of the time fish train us. We don't train fish. So, and the other fish that are in here are the warus. We've got them going on. In a previous video, you might have seen that maybe it was on AquaPro's channel that I thought they might have ick. It was just a little bit of stress. We didn't even put meds in and they cleared up. So I diagnosed it right. I was going, well, I'm just going to give it a few more days, and it cleared up. It was just a little bit of stress I had going on. But yeah, I'm kind of hoping to have this view. So this is a 100-gallon tank. The tank we're putting in here real soon is going to be 800-gallon and filled with clown loaches. So I'm pretty excited about that. I could just watch this all day. And these are still small clown loaches. When they get big, they're really fun and cool. But so let's talk about that, just in case you guys aren't in the know at this point. I'm just noticing some good growth coming in on that Anubias there, which is nice. But at this point, I don't know when it's going to come out, but I think May 22nd. I need help. If you're free, it's a Monday, and you can help. We need like 10 people to lift the stand in, and then not as many people to lift the tank in, but same day. And that's what this big space in here is for. 800-gallon aquarium. It's going to be just absolutely massive and giant, and we've got to get it through these barn doors, which will be easy, right? So it'll be on the back of a truck or a trailer. We just got to lift it out and in, but the stand itself is estimated to weigh about 1,000 pounds. So you know, you got 10 people, they each muscle 100 pounds, and we've only got to lift it like a couple inches onto here, and we could push it, but hopefully we can just, you know, go right to here. And then the tank itself is only going to be about 600 pounds, so almost about half as light. But then we got to get it like 3 feet up. Which meanwhile, I'm going to be moving all of this. That's this weekend. After I'm done filming this, I start this project. I need to move the turtles, diamondback terrapin. We've got pineapple, the hypo bumblebee red-eared slider. And then over here, I've got goldfish that I got to move either to the store or outside. But you know, a lot of the fancy is still left over. Cool stuff like panda, aranda. There's some tricolor arandas, black ranchu, some little fantails. Just a nice looking aranda. I think that was in the display tank in the studio we used to have. And then break down this 500-gallon tote of water. But I can't do that, you know, and so that's the whole thing in my fish room. I can't do that till I finish the plumbing. Tried to do that today. Store didn't have it. Like, there's all these things I really gotta get on, because yeah. But anyway, where were we? We were looking at stuff. What else we got going on in here? Still lots of growth in the Pogostemon stellatus octopus tank. One of my favorite, these are my favorite plants. I like this because it grows in real dense. And then Crypspiralis. We sell them both on the website. I love Crypspiralis all day long. Haven't put fertilizer in here in over a month or two, maybe at least a month for sure. In here I picked these up. These are just a pair of black Moscow Guppies, and I picked it up at my local club auction along with some hornwort. And I got the hornwort because I wanted to go outside. And so once I get those totes going, I can get them going. Still got the platinum rice fish down there. And then we've got the urbanized cichlids. Yeah, still got my black metal lace guppies in here. And yeah, let's take a quick look. But this video, to make a long video longer, let's look at more stuff. Let's see. Still love this tank. I can't bring myself to do anything with it, but all these red delta guppies and then the baby dwarf claroplecos that I'm breeding. And you can kind of see them just, messing all around here. They're in every cave possible, and there's babies in here too, and of both, like you can see around the back there. There's a baby dwarf claropleco, and you can see over here, sorry for the fast pan, there's another one in the corner, but they're all around. I don't know, I truly love to zoom in on myself, whoa. I truly love to look at tanks that are just breeding stuff, so that's my passion. I don't know why, I love it though, genuine love for it. Down here, got my panda guppies, my orange shrimp, and my plecos, and I gave a lot of these away to Aqua Pros and Steenfot this couple weekends ago, just because it's getting a little thick in there, and I wasn't taking them in to sell like I should, and so I thought, you know what, I could spread the love a little bit and hand some out and let them enjoy them as well. What else do we got going on back over here? Yeah, I love to get them with the big bellies, so I feed quite heavy, by the way. So they'll feed on this for probably the next hour and a half or so, but they'll really put the weight on, and that's what I want. I can change a bunch of water, but I really want them to put a bunch of weight on, big bellies. You can see how their bellies are all kind of, I guess, distended would be the correct word, but a lot of times these babies will starve out if you don't put enough food, because like a big guy like that will just dominate it, right? And so you got to overfeed to keep these babies from losing too much weight. So it's definitely messy when you feed that much. Like, I'm not going for water clarity here. It's not the clearest water, but it'll do what I need to do. Over here, still got all these pearl danios, and I've made just like a moss mess. I'm hoping they're going to start breeding here. There's I'm hoping that these are the babies from a long time ago that I've just been raising up, these Apistogramma cockatoides orange flash. And, I've just been playing with them. I thought if I gave them some moss, maybe some babies would start popping out. Still got convicts. Yep. Over here, it's getting close. Like, I need to get in here and do some work, but you can see the hot, or not hot, but warm water comes down. We have it pop out here for this, which I'm gonna redo all that. And then we've got it down low, and we've got shutoffs, and we need to put in the new stainless steel sink, so that's part of the process. Meanwhile, I might have to rerun some of my drains and stuff like that. So that's like an all-day event, at least, for sure. And then the other thing I'm thinking about is taking out this wall. I'm not convinced it's like a load bearing or anything like that. And if I was to take it out, if I could take it out and just open this whole section up, I think that'd just be good. And then if I redesign the drainage and the filling in this room, if I redesign the whole room, then I could actually walk between here and have really good access to that sink, which that's partially on my mind. A whole redo of redo all the rows and set up the tanks I want and that type of thing. And that's a big project, but I'm taking it one step at a time. I'm gonna start with the big tank, move the wife's tank in, maybe move some more tanks, bigger tanks like that. We'll see. It's hard to find time. In here, I've still got some import shrimp left of the reds, and storing a lot of plants I need to plant still. Up top, we've got the Liberty Mollies, just doing their thing. And I don't think there's anything too crazy else to show you guys. I guess I could take you out and grab some Daphnia. I always love to grab Daphnia. If I can find a net. Is there a net? There's no net. I have to give up. It's over. It's over. Can't do it. It's also raining. I'm not doing that. It's raining. I'll do Daphnia tomorrow. But the Daphnia pond's going pretty good. The koi are starting to wake up outside. Yeah, I got to put the camera down and just get to work, because there is a mess to clean out of here. Especially if I can get 10 people together and we can move all this. I need all that moved out, which I'm going to do that way before, but we got to get ready for this tank, because this tank is going to be amazing. Ooh, I should show my office tanks and the turtle setup. So in here we noticed, or at least I noticed the other day, there are baby yellow shrimp. Like right there, there's a baby. So, my quote-unquote little breeding for profit project, we're making babies. You can see all the babies crawling on the on the rock there, and you start panning through some of this moss. A lot of people ask, what are you doing for water changes? How are you fertilizing this? There's never been any fertilizer in this tank has never been water changed yet. Same with this one. Now this one, you know, it's not as rock and roll yet. I've got all these bubbles right now from the Venturi system. Not a huge fan of it, but I do like the plants are coming in. I'm getting some algae, which, you know, I need to do something about on like the Anubias leaves. And we robbed some plants out of here right in the front for the Avatar tank. But the crypts, for the most part, are almost done converting. You can see there's a couple of the old immersed grown leaves and then all these new ones coming in. But most of them have converted at this point. And I think it'll really start thriving here soon. Oof, deformed guppy. That's no good. Right there. Look at the back of that guppy. You got to get it out of there. Well, nature will take its course anyway, but don't want that breeding. That will really deform the line. But yeah, so that's kind of what's going on with the fish room, guys. I've been crazy busy. It's, you know, really, I think the problem is my remodel. The remodel is just jamming my life up. Supposedly, I'm shooting right now on a Friday. By next Friday, it's like done. In theory. I'm not holding my breath for that one, but meanwhile, I try to get out here, I try to do things, and parking is all messed up from all the contractors and that kind of stuff, so it's not optimal, I guess, but hopefully you guys enjoy that. That's the quick down and dirty update of the fish room. You know, not a crazy amount change, but I guarantee you things are changing, and you know, I got to fall in love with tiger barbs. You know, that's an amazing thing. Oh man, it really dug that out. I didn't realize that they, from the front end as well, had dug that out that much. So hopefully they'll make a cool little cave and a nest there. But all right, guys, if you enjoyed it, hit a thumbs up. If you hate this and you hate me, give it a thumbs down. Let's be real. Thumbs down it. I don't know why you watched all the way to the end to give me a thumbs down, but do it anyway. Check out the podcast. Check out what we got for sale online. I know we're getting towards the summer, but don't worry, I'm going to do some ponds outside, that kind of stuff. Keep you guys active just like I'm going to stay active. And thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.